live. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi
Hi
guys,
everyone, we're back.
Bismillah. Welcome to the next series on the Ramadan series, and we are at the second last episode. I would say the last
Third
one
last, third
would
last.
the second third last. Sorry, second last will be on Monday. We will be a surprise guest on the Monday. Is a French revert. Okay, I wouldn't say his name yet. Oh, I say he's okay. So you know it's a guy.
Oh, he's a French. Ah?
It's a French. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay. Got it,
then
got it.
and then it's Eid Mubarak. Okay. Eid Mubarak. You'll see us again on the 12th of May night time, which is after Maghrib, right? 12th of May is no, actually on the 11th of May when it hits Maghrib is 12th of May already, right? That is our 12th of May in Islam, right?
No, 12th of
No, no,
May when hit Maghrib, then will be Eid.
8, right? So, okay, 12th of May, not the, I mean the the basically the non-Islamic calendar. The 12th of May Maghrib is our Eid, right?
Yes, correct.
So 12th of May after Maghrib, and after you do your Isha, we have a 10:15 p.m. again. That's the last time of the Ramadan series. You'll see previous panelists coming back on the live. It will
Correct.
summarize the entire Ramadan series in, like, all the learnings that we went through, and kind of give a brief of the whole thing, and wish your guys Eid Mubarak also at the same time. That will be on Wednesday next week. Yep.
Correct. So that's the last time you'll see us until next year.
No lah, inshallah, there'll be other sessions like that along the way. Maybe we try to do this once a month or something. We haven't planned what's the route yet for this. If you guys have been enjoying watching this series, then put it in the comment section here, or you know,
Yeah.
let us know on IG or Instagram, or give us an indication, and we'll do more of such videos. Of course, we don't do 1 hour videos all the time. On our personal time, we would of course do shorter ones,
Yep.
and our own personal take on life and journey in Islam. This series has been amazing so far, and
Yeah.
uh,
Actually,
I'll tell
today's
you more
guest
on the last
um,
day.
is actually Daud Kim. He just wrote in the comments.
Oh,
So he said he got on the wrong subway. So now he's doing the subway. Lah. So I
okay,
guess, yeah, you can communicate with him offline
okay.
outside of
Can,
this
can you
stream.
chat with him, Elias? Just tell him it's okay. We will wait for him. Is it?
Okay.
Is it going to take long or not? Yeah.
Yeah, can ask him. Are you asking him or
No, you type in the comments. He's reading, like, is it in StreamYard
oh
or what?
or in the
StreamYard live comments.
will you? Wait,
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We were about to tell you that Dawood Kim is stuck in the subway based on the IG story.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see if I can IG message him. We will wait for
Yeah.
you.
Will you be?
Wait for you. How long do you need to reach
Yeah,
home?
I think you message him better. Okay, I
Oh,
just deleted my comment. Yeah, I think this
oh,
offline better.
okay. 'Cause I don't know where is his eyes looking at. Is it in my IG
Oh,
message, or is he looking at
oh,
the
I
comments?
think probably he'll be hearing this also. So
Oh yeah.
he'll be replying.
Okay, we will wait for you. No problem. We we I think he saw already. He
He
saw
still need
my,
almost 1.5 hours.
yeah. He need 1.5 hours
Yeah.
to return home
Yeah, he just wrote in the comments.
Oh, almost. I got wrong direction.
Oh,
Okay.
it's okay. I guess. Uh, Probably
We 1.5 hours, which means it will reach home by 12.
t- correct.
Singapore 12 a.m. Right?
Yep.
Okay, guys, on the comment section, do you want us to wait until 12? Do you? I mean, we can wait. I mean, I'm okay. I don't know about you guys. It's gonna say you check back in a few hours. Um, 1.5 hours. I think you all should do live with Dawood next time. Yeah, the whole idea of doing it now is because it's Ramadan. So next time is, I don't know when is next time really. It's end of Ramadan already.
Yeah. Probably it can be tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday on the other days that we are not doing. If we have to
Mm.
reschedule. Yeah. But Daud Kim said tomorrow,
Oh, he said tomorrow. Tomorrow is what date?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay.
Yep.
Sunday we have nothing though. Okay lah, Sunday. I'm fine with Sunday.
Yeah, can we can
Dawood, Kim, we shall do a Sunday. Everybody on live right now. We are sorry for this um today's live session, but it's okay. Things happen by the will of Allah. So
yes.
we'll see Dawood Kim tomorrow at 10:15 p.m. again, Singapore time.
Yes. Don't worry,
Okay.
Daud Kim. Don't need to be sad.
Yeah, it's okay. Sunday is okay, Dawood, we'll see you. Okay. And we schedule it to Sunday, guys. So guys, Sunday,
Which
stay
is tomorrow
tuned
lah, tomorrow. Which
tomorrow,
is
which
tomorrow.
is tomorrow only. Okay. So stay tuned. And for those who, probably Sunday might be too tired, you have to start work on Monday, watch the replay lah. It's okay. Yeah. Anyway, you can always watch all the replays in our YouTube videos. You go to the channel, just click on the live again. Okay. But meantime, uh, for you guys tuning in, 153 viewers right now. We'll keep you entertained for a while. Okay, if you
Yep.
want, we can keep you entertained. But this video will have no playback because the thumbnail is about Dawood Kim and we are talking and it's us. So we don't want to fool people into coming to the thumbnail, clicking the video only to see us inside.
Yep. So I guess you can ask some questions
Yeah,
if you want to, and then we can
we
answer
just take
them
this
before we end the
as
stream. Yeah. The
as a
Q&A stream.
live chat with you guys. Okay, and it will not be published after that in my channel. Yeah,
Exclusive
because
Q&A, yeah? Exclusive Q&A.
exclusive Q&A. Maybe I change the thumbnail lah. Exclusive Q&A. Yeah, I can do that lah. Exclusive Q&A. Yeah. Okay, that
So
okay, no
guys,
problem. Take us. Inshallah, may you have a safe journey back home, and we'll see you tomorrow. And inshallah, if we can also say hi to your wife and child if they're available lah. We would like to say hi to them also and wish them Ramadan Mubarak. Okay, but right now, it's not a clickbait. Oh, okay, see, no, it's kind of saying this is a clickbait. Everybody come here thinking there's Dawood, but there's no Dawood today. Dawood. Okay, for those who just came into the channel, okay, it wasn't a clickbait. It was just, it was just a situation in
yeah.
Korea. That's all.
I think I will comment. Then you can pin my comment. The
Yeah,
stream
yeah, you can. I pin your comment. Yeah, that's good.
will be rescheduled to tomorrow.
Okay. At same time, 10:15 p.m. Singapore time. That's 11:15 Korea, South Korea time. Okay. Is that us? Okay.
Hey, let me recommend. So
Perfect.
I recommend. Oh, wait, tomorrow,
Oh,
10:15.
yeah, things
Okay.
happen.
So I guess see you tomorrow. Daud Kim, don't worry, man. Have a good night rest. I'm sure you'll be tired when you go home. So
Yep.
It's late for you, right? Probably it's like 1 a.m. there, and your iftar is like, I mean, your sahur is like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So have a good night rest, man.
No problem. No problem. That is so nice. He's so kind to help us explain. So, guys, we'll keep you entertained for a moment. Okay.
There's a
You have any
question
questions?
from
You can ask
Iskandar.
us.
How long
Yeah.
does it take you to grow a beard?
Who asking this question? Skanda.
Iskandar.
How long does it take to grow a beard? I mean,
Take you.
genetically different. I mean, Asians like us, we don't. And for me, lah, not all Asians. Okay. No, we don't have a full beard. We don't grow easily a full beard.
Yeah,
So
I
it takes
guess
a
it's
while.
the genetics. It's the genetics. Like you see a lot of old people in like old Asian people, like especially I don't know for other, okay, at least I know for Chinese, right? Like my family, my grandparents, the skin is just like that lah.
Yeah.
No facial hair.
Wait, they're asking if Iskandar want to come on live also. Iskandar, do
Sure,
you want to
man.
come on live?
Can answer some
If
questions.
you want, I can send you the link. You say we will wait for him. Okay. Iskandar, if you want to come on the live,
Have you heard about Palestinian lately? What do you feel? Um, I
um,
guess I just hope that they will be protected lah by Allah.
there's a lot of um things that are going wrong around us in the world. Okay. Um, we can't see everything because we are not God. Of course, we feel for everyone who are going through difficult times. People not in Palestine, people in Syria, people in France, even in a first world country. All of us have different degrees of life's challenges, and we are put in a place and a particular time, and given a certain amount of you know um, authority, I would say, or power by God to handle certain things. Um, as much as we want to help sometimes, right? Given the situation we're in, sometimes it's just not wise to do too much. Also, yeah, because we are not people who
Be
can
right
see
back.
the unseen, right? Yeah, we are not those who can see the unseen, and only Allah can see both the seen and unseen. Therefore, I think sometimes we are too rash to make a decision in life. We need to calm down a bit and take our time to, be a bit more careful with how we react. Sometimes it can be a trap when you react in such a quick way. It could be a media trap, because they will use the reaction of how you behave to create more news. I would rather be quiet about it for that moment and observe. Yep, that's my take. All of us have different challenges in life. We are put in those challenges for a certain reason. If we believe in the hereafter and believe in Allah's infinite wisdom and power and the power of prayer itself, we can do a lot to help someone, even just by praying. And
Yep,
if Allah wills it, right, He can destroy the earth in just 1 second, or in a blink of an eye. He just say be and it happens. Yeah, he can just destroy all your enemies in just 1 second also. Be and it happens.
that's
Yeah.
right, man.
So there's a reason why things don't happen. Yeah. And as much as we do our best, prayer can be very powerful. And Allah has been answering all our prayers. It's just when He answers. So
That's right.
that's my take on situations out there. This life is temporary, and although it's easy to say that, going through, like, some of us get COVID, some don't get COVID. It's easy to say. It's easy to say that, This life is temporary, COVID, yeah, some people suffer, some people don't, right? It's easy to say this, but when you're going through that thing, it's not easy at all. And I can understand, I mean, I can feel for the person why it's not easy. And of course, I'm not put into that situation or trial to get this situation with me. It's the will of Allah. So we must remember the sixth article of faith, the sixth one being qadar, the predestination, things that are willed by Allah. And I believe, you know, we have other trials ourselves. May not be a physical hurt, or may not be loss of wealth or certain things. All of us will have difficulties and challenges in life. It's about keeping our iman strong, our faith strong, holding on to the belief that in the hereafter, in the day of judgment, things will be revealed, and Allah will be the best of the judge to put things right. That is the
Yeah.
best time to put things right. At this time, everything we do is temporary. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
So this life is temporary, and this life stream is also temporary. Yeah. So just a reminder, this
Bro.
this live stream, right, won't be replayable. All right. So, anyways, I saw some question on cryptocurrency and takaful, which is Islamic insurance. On our opinion, I guess for me, we don't have much opinion because I think there are scholars that is trained in Islamic finance, that can give fatwa, on this kind of things. So I think there is better advice out there from actual Islamic finance scholars who study in those fields that can give
Yeah.
you better advice than our advice.
Yeah. Like if you're sick, you should go to a doctor. So go to a professional. So in Islam, there are different people with different skill sets, people with different interests in studying certain parts of the school of Islam. And those people who study fiqh or people who study Islam, insurance and all that, right? Sharia law, you should go directly to the experts and not just take words from us.
Yep.
we probably learn from bits and pieces from everywhere. Yeah.
So there's a question I think is for all of us. Okay. So I think you guys can also answer.
You're
Why
all
are we
wearing
wearing
blue.
blue shirts? Yeah.
Yeah, I just
So
realized you're wearing blue.
Wait, are we all wearing blue? we we are. Oh, that's funny.
Hey, you're wearing your hat. I should wear. I should
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
mine. Okay,
you
I'll be
should go
back. You guys
collect your hat.
continue with the conversation.
Very good. We cry.
So how have you
So,
been, Brother Iskandar?
sorry, what you
How have you
say?
been?
I've been fine. I cannot complain. I have a roof above my head. I have food. I'm warm. That's more than a lot of people can say, especially in uh, some wartime countries. So I'm grateful. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Oh, like Netherlands is in like wartime right now. Is it?
No, no,
Or is it?
it's
No.
more than
Oh,
I can
oh,
say for people who are in wartime.
oh. Got it.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah, yeah. So,
Last few days, guys, to Ramadan, the end of Ramadan. Okay,
mhm,
so like I think Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like 4 days. Four
right.
days, which is very fast. And for those that I don't know that if Lailatul Qadr has passed, but if it has passed or if it had passed, I hope that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala accept our dua on that day. But if not, remaining 4 days, there's still a chance, and maybe be one of
Oh,
those that get to observe the night of Lailatul Qadr.
Yeah.
somebody asked us to recite surah, each of us. Really? Yeah. Can lah. I think it's good also lah, since we never know why we're going with Lailatul Qadar, right? You see, if tonight is Lailatul Qadar, right? Then if we recite a surah, we'll be reciting it for 83 years.
That's good, man. That's good. Yeah.
All right. So I guess you can start first.
No, you start first lah, you guys.
Okay, I just learned a new surah. It's called I'll start. It's called Al Qadr, Suratul Qadr, which is Lailatul Qadr.
Oh,
So
alhamdulillah.
yeah, let me try and I think I sort of memorized it, but I'll just look at it in case because it's freshly memorized. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من ألف شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. No, that's I think I read it wrongly. Salamun hiya hatta matla'il fajr. I think that's correct.
Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah. I think
Beautiful, man.
beautiful, man. I think yeah, it's good. We should don't be afraid to recite, even if it's wrong, right? We get it corrected every time.
Right.
It's never perfect one. We just but the thing is, you should recite. Yeah.
You can
So at
only
least
improve by making mistakes. This is true always.
yeah. All
Sports.
right, brother Iskander. I think I should
Hmm.
do this P and P so I can put you here when you
Whoa,
recite.
so big.
We should do
It's like
this
a
way.
mirror.
Yeah.
So, what surah? I don't know many surah by heart. Only from the last, from the last part. Um, yeah, I don't know. Why don't you go first, and then maybe I can think of something I want to recite.
Really?
What?
Okay. I go first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If I go first, it would be since it's night, right?
Yeah.
And they said at night to ask for protection. We should do Surah Al Muluk and the three cools, and also the Sunday I forgot what's the term. Uh, Allah la ilaha illa huwal hayyu qayyum. That one is Surah. No, that is Ayatul Kursi. Yeah, Ayatul Kursi. Ayatul Kursi. Somebody asked you to do Al-Fatihah. You want to do Al-Fatihah, brother? Iskandar? Oh, never mind. Let you decide. I think you choose better. Yeah, so you should do Surah Al-Muluk, which is in case you die at night, okay, Allah takes you home. Then in your grave, the torment of the grave will not be upon you. Yeah, it is promised by Allah that Surah Al-Muluk will stand before the angels and prevent the torment of the grave from affecting you. Yeah, torment of the grave is not the time when day of judgment. That's not yet. So we're all waiting in the grave for the day of judgment. And if we are good souls, then we will also have a glimpse of paradise even when you're in the grave. Yeah. And so Ayatul Kursi, it says something like, between you and the gates of paradise is nothing but only Allah mercy only. I think there's something like that. Yeah, so you should recite Ayatul Kursi, Surah Muluk, Ayatul Kursi, and the three kuls. So guys, who want me to recite either one of these? You all choose Al Muluk. It's 30 verse. Okay lah. Ready ah? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير ولقد زينا سماء الدنيا بمصابيح وجعلناها رجوما للشياطين وأعتدنا لهم عذاب السعير وللذين كفروا بربهم عذاب جهنم وبئس المصير إذا أوقوا فيها سمعوا لها شهيقا وهي تفور تكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما أوقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وكلما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نأكل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير إن الذين يخشون ربهم بالغيب لهم مغفرة وأجر كبير وأسيروا قولكم أو اجهروا به إنه أليم بذات الصدور ألا يعلم من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير هو الذي جعل لكم الأرض ذللا فامشوا في مناكبها وكلوا من رزقه وإليه النشور أأمنتم من في السماء أن يخسف بكم الأرض فإذا هي تمور أم أمنتم من في السماء أن يرسل عليكم حاسبا فستعلمون كيف نذير ولقد كذب الذين من قبلهم فكيف كان نكير أولم يروا إلى الطير فوقهم صافات ويقبضن ما يمسكهن إلا الرحمن إنه بكل شيء بصير أمن هذا الذي هو جود لكم ينصركم من دون الرحمن إن الكافرون إلا في غرور أمن هذا الذي يرزقكم من أمسك رزقه بل لجوا في عتو ونفور أفمن يمشي مكبا على وجهه أهدى أم من يمشي سويا على صراط مستقيم قل هو الذي أنشأكم وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون قل هو الذي ذرأكم في الأرض وإليه تحشرون ويقولون ماذا هذا وعد إن كنتم صادقين قل إنما علم عند الله وإنما أنا نذير مبين فلما رأوه زلفة سيئت وجوه الذين كفروا وقيل هذا الذي كنتم به تعدؤون قل رأيتم إن أهلكني الله ومن رحمنا فمن يجير كافرين فمن يجير كافر من عذاب أليم قل هو الرحمن آمنا به وعليه توكلنا فستعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين قل رأيتم إن أصبح ماؤكم غورا فمن يأتكم بماء معين Sadaqallahul Azim. Yeah, that's Surah Al-Mulk.
Alhamdulillah.
And hope you guys enjoyed that. That is
Yeah.
what I usually recite even to my baby. He sleeps when he listens to this. It's like a
Peace.
lullaby for him, I guess.
Yeah. Nice, man.
Thanks.
Beautiful.
Right,
Beautiful.
next. Brother Iskandar.
Shall I just finish with the last surah of the Quran? Maybe that's appropriate, since it's nearing. It's Surah An-Nas, right? It's about temptation. It's about sin. It's about evil whispers coming from within your own chest, from within your heart. And I think all humans struggle, and all humans struggle with sin, and nobody's perfect. And I think this surah is a protection against it, if I'm not mistaken. So I would like to recite it, even though it is short. It's not a problem, right?
No.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I'm sorry. I have to look it up. Just a minute.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. قل أعوذ برب الناس مالك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. So how is this this Ramadan, you've been doing all these streams. Do you think that we have, or you have learned much from your streamers, or do you think, what kind of benefits have you derived from this?
What kind of benefit? Let me see. All this streaming, is it? What kind of benefit?
Yeah.
I hope that inshallah the benefit is that Allah will open more doors for us after this live streaming, because more eyes are open, more hearts are open, more understanding comes to reverts how they go through life, maybe also about Islam and challenges that we face in this world and time. And people come to love and appreciate more Muslims more, be kinder towards people of different race, ethnicity, different religion as well. That we have more peace on this world after we remove ignorance in our life. And this live streaming is also to help people get more knowledge and understanding of things that they don't see, instead of just listening to rumors and hearsays, right? At least you see it for now. This is a factual thing. live, not
Yeah,
unedited, unfiltered. Yeah, and this is truly us. Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing what you're doing. I think, yeah, it's such a good effort you've made, and yeah, I'm really happy and blessed to be a part of it. That you've invited me like 3 times.
It's okay. Yeah. In fact, inshallah, we if this stream can even put 20 people at one time, all reverts talking
Yeah, yeah,
about life, I would do that.
yeah. No,
Yep.
it's really beautiful, and um, yeah, and it's such a good thing that you're able to spread your message, right? In this time, in a world where there's so much pain, so much suffering, and not just physical suffering, but moral suffering, right? Spiritual suffering. People are lost, and to be able to give some, even if it is a little, even if it is but a grain of sand of guidance to people from Allah, of course. I think that is such a beautiful thing to be able to do. And our world, I think it needs love, it needs mercy, it needs God. And I think that you're doing really God's work.
Yeah, I think we were having this discussion before we come on live about Islam being just about strictness, halal and haram, about rules and regulation. I mean, yeah, that's very important. I think we should also focus on other forms of beauty. Islam is very beautiful in many ways and many facets of beauty. I think one of those beauty is featuring the Quran. Recitation of the Quran is one. Helping people, charity work is another. Um, Speaking to people's hearts and minds, inspiring people is another form of beauty. I think our dear Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam encompass all the beauty that Islam has, and just not only one phase of Islam. We see too much of a certain phase and becomes imbalanced, and we think all Muslims are, one phase. Yeah, we are one ummah. We believe in one God. Yeah, our tawheed and all that is the same, but in the oneness of everything, there's also diversity, and that's the
Yeah.
beauty of it. Yeah.
And yeah, I think the face that people have of us, it's more of the face that accuses, that says, I don't know, na'udhu billah, that one.
Yeah.
I, I think it's so harmful. I think it's scary too to outsiders. It was
Mm.
scary to me at first. Um, and sometimes you see um, preachers, people, uncles maybe, and you see this aggressive, hostile face of Islam. And I really wonder sometimes if I were a born Muslim or if I were not Muslim, I would look at that and I would be like, why would I ever be want to be part of this? Why would I be want to be like these people? And I think that's one face that has been shown too often. And since this is unfiltered, this is mass media communication. This is from our hearts, that it is not put through a mass media filter. And when that filter is not on there, we can see the true face of Islam, or at least the true face of the Ummah and the face of the Muslims. And you said it right.
Mm.
It's one Ummah, but there are so many aspects. There are those who are more strict. There are those who are more compassionate. And I think before only the strict side was shown, and with the internet, it is more possible that the other side is also shown, which I think is a beautiful thing.
Mm. Okay. So, any other things we shall talk about? Okay. And I mean, like now we got suddenly really into a very heart to heart talk, ladies and gentlemen. But it's quite good also. I think some people like heart to heart talk. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Iskandar, inshallah, okay, I think I have ideas of, even after Ramadan we can do either a fortnight thing, or haven't think of the frequency of this, or a monthly thing where we reflect on a monthly basis. I think, reflecting every month of what we've gone through in life could be a live session itself. Yeah.
Yeah, and reflection is so important, right?
Yeah.
Confucianism says, or Confucius said, that every man should reflect 3 times a day. And when
Mm.
I saw that Islam proposes that we reflect 5 times a day, you know, that's better Confucianism. It's because when they say reflect 3 times a day, it rarely happens. People say you should reflect 3 times a day, but in Islam, we have rules. We should reflect 5 times a day. And during these prayers, when you're communicating with God, with Allah, it's you sometimes lay your heart open to Him. You lay your heart bare to Him, even though He knows everything. But it's sometimes just so relaxing to have a conversation with Allah and to be able to reflect. And this is such a blessing. Some people don't even realize. They think praying is a chore. They think praying is something you have to do. No, praying is a blessing. It's such a blessing.
Yeah. Yes, it's only a chore when you start to not prioritize it. Like, really, really, like, you're so into a video game, or you're so into your work, right? And
Yeah,
you say, "Oh, I have to finish my work. Now praying is coming. I have to pray." So it
yeah,
becomes like a chore because it's not part of your focus in life. That's why you feel there is a chore. But
exactly.
if we always remind ourselves when we start the day, we're going to pray 5 times. So they have to be things have to work around prayer, not prayer around things. So then other things would be a chore, not the prayer.
Exactly. By the way, can you change my the profile
Oh,
picture back to being equal to you guys? I'm so big. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is better.
equalized. Okay,
Equal.
equalized.
I don't like to be the big guy. um, yeah, but what you said exactly. People sometimes say, "How can I make religion fit into my life?" But it should be the other way around, right? How can I make my life fit into religion?
Mm.
Yeah. I think there was one sheikh that gave an example, like it's like a photo frame, right? Your life. I forgot where I heard this, but he said that your life is like a photo frame, and sometimes the photo can be bigger, right? And cannot fit into that photo. So what you have to do, you have to cut out the rest of the borders and then to fit into that photo frame. So the photo
Yeah,
frame is like the religion. So um we must sacrifice something, but in the end we gain something better, which is being in the photo frame. Which is like, we get protected from, like, the rain or whatsoever, right? Which is like how, sort of like an analogy, like how we are protected in our life. At least we have um a, a border around our life, that sort of thing.
yeah, the frame, right? So beautiful. I like this analogy.
Yeah.
If I'm allowed to continue with analogies, you know the Greek story about Procrustes, right? About the man who had a bed, and whenever guests came over, the he would like the guest to perfectly fit the frame of this bed. And whenever the guest was too tall, he would cut off the feet of the guest. And when the
Yeah.
guest was too short, he would stretch the guest. I think the story went like that. But that, and I see the bed as um, your life, the worldly things, and the guests or the people, the person itself, that should be the religion. And you should not be cutting the religion to fit the frame. You should not be cutting the religion to fit the life. I think it should be the other way around, like the frame of the picture. And I don't know. I don't know what I wanted to add with this. I just thought it was a funny story.
Yeah. You know, that's one thing I want to share about what my ustad once said. Okay, he asked us this question: what is Islam? And people say it's a religion, a way of life. but he mentioned something very important. It's also a relationship with God and with Allah. So we religion is a way of life. Yes, the practices, the way we do things to get to Jannah, right? But more importantly, it's a relationship we're having with Allah, and Allah chose this relationship, this form of way you should have a relationship with Him. It's through Islam, through you know uh, fasting during the month of Ramadan. The five pillars of faith is what builds your relationship with Allah, and and that's why when we pray, if we are always in a routine, like how we say a dua because it's good, and then we put it as part of our routine. If we do not consciously understand what we say, then it will become something where you just repeat day in day out. Yeah,
It
the
becomes like,
relationship is not strong.
yeah,
So we need to also understand what we say, and when we say it, reflect each time we say it. Yeah, that way is how we build the relationship with Allah, and then we
yeah,
go closer to Allah. That's one of the advice He gave us. Like we should build our relationship. So He said, when you pray, you can talk about anything, not only a fixed dua. You can literally talk like a friend. Allah said, you come looking for me, and He'll come running right after you. Yeah,
right.
He will not. If you take one step to Him, He'll come running to you, right? Something like that. So what more you just talk about? Like now we are doing this live at this point of time, how we speak to each other in this intimate setting, heart to heart talk. It should be how we should be talking to Allah after you do your formal prayers. When you sit down at your prayer mat to continue a longer conversation with Allah, if you can carry on with this, and you actually feel better after that. So it's also helps you, to relieve mental stress. It helps you to reconnect with the Almighty. And on the day of judgment, I believe He will read out all your deeds, and one of them would be that you spoke to Him intimately. I believe this is one of the most beautiful things that we should practice also in our life with Allah. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. So well said. And I don't know when you feel closest to Allah, but it is said that when you do sajda and you are on the floor, your head is on the floor, that you are closest to Allah. I think this is generally accepted. And some people say, okay, do your dua when you are on the floor, when you are doing sajda. And sometimes I do this. But some other people, they speak to Allah after the formal prayers, and they lift their hands in front of their face, and they talk. I think this, I do both actually, but sometimes I'm not even in prayer, and I look outside my window and I see the clouds in the sky and the birds, and I hear the trees rustling in the wind, and sometimes I'm in awe of the nature that Allah has created for us. And in those moments, I truly feel connected. I am awed by creation. And even though I'm not saying anything to Allah, even though I'm not talking to Him, I feel those are genuine conversations. I don't know if you feel this.
Yeah, I do. And I always wish to reconnect with Allah in this intimate manner all the time. Because it's another level, right? Our love has many dimensions also. Like the love with our spouse is one dimension, love with your parents is another dimension, you and your children is another dimension.
Mhm.
The love with Allah should be a very different dimension, like a very deep one. So I think love has many faces also in dimensions, and speaking to Allah in this manner kind of feel that you can go through anything in life and He's there for you. That's how I feel when you have this personal conversation. So I would encourage people to do that in prayer.
And when you truly understand this, I talked to a brother who converted or reverted 20 years ago, and and he talked to me and he said to me, the true mu'min never loses, right? And what you said about Allah always being with us through hardships, but also in times of ease. I think it's so beautiful to realize that no matter what happens, He means the best for you. And as long as you truly have Him in your heart, you will be victorious. And you will, if you truly know Him, you will be saved. And there's nothing in this world, nothing, absolutely nothing else that has this promise, that can promise the same kind of thing as the intransient nature of God. And yeah, it's just so overwhelming sometimes if you think about it. Yeah, I'm rambling, but yeah.
No. I tell you, I spent 2 hours every week in school last time talking about meaning of life because of philosophy class. So we
Philosophy.
we always get to this point where we are in the days also like thinking about life.
Yeah, philosophy, man, it's so beautiful.
But philosophers always do that, I think
Yeah,
the Greek philosophers would talk about life, talk about the meaning, understanding of life in many ways. Yeah,
yeah.
it's so
But
important.
life,
How, mm.
sorry, no, go, go, go.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to say like it's so important that religion is so important. People don't see it and they think that it's a man-made thing, and people don't need it, but they are fooling themselves because it's just like saying I don't need a heart, right? It's like,
Yeah,
yes,
I don't need, I don't want to laugh at those people because
yeah,
they are people, they are Banu Adam, right? And they are
yeah,
our brothers in humanity. And instead of laughing at them, I don't think pity is the right word, but sometimes I feel like a bit of love and a bit of compassion would get us a long way, even when it comes to talking to people who laugh at us, who curse at us. And I know it's easy to say be compassionate when somebody is literally beating you, right? When
mm,
someone is insulting your religion. And and I think compassion works in so many different ways. I think even being harsh can be a kind of compassion, right? If you're harsh with someone who is not following rules, maybe you are in a way being compassionate because you want the best for them. But it's just such a difficult balance to make whether you should be kind to someone or whether you should be harsh with someone, and without forgetting that you mean the best for everyone.
mm.
And I don't know, it's difficult. I don't know if you face this struggle.
Yeah. One man's meat is another man's poison. So
Exactly.
sometimes you have a perspective in life and you use that perspective to connect with someone. They might get offended because it's just not them. So it's
Yeah.
always good to test water. Like I believe like you can share a certain perspective to a certain extent first and see how's the reaction,
Yeah.
and if you think the reaction is not going to go good, then yeah, it's end with a smile.
Just say, Assalamu alaikum and go away. Yeah.
And find another. That's why we have different kind of ustads, like different kind of scholars, right? Scholars that we speak the religion in a certain manner. Like Yusuf Estes, he also has jokes when he talks.
Yeah,
When
I
he,
love this guy.
yeah,
He's so funny. Uh,
yeah,
God is an egg, that part.
yeah,
You remember? Yeah. So funny. Yeah.
yeah. So there's different scholars will attract different kinds of audience. I would say people who like certain style, they'll go for that style. So
Yeah.
there's no harm, no foul. Yeah.
No, no harm, no foul. No, I agree. I agree. It's just the personal path everybody must walk. And there's so much uncertainty involved. Sometimes you're like, if I'm being too kind, will it push people away? If I'm being too harsh, will it push people away? And if I push people away from the path of Islam, am I being sinful? It's
Mm-hmm.
it's um, it's sometimes a difficult choice to wage, and the results of your actions. Of course, nobody knows what the outcomes of your efforts will be, and I think that's also an important thing to realize as Muslims, because everything is written. Not every your input will not be the same as your output. The effort you put in will not be the result that comes out, and it's easy. Sometimes people say that and they use it as an excuse not to work or not to work hard. But on the other hand, if you believe that you can change everything and things don't go your way, I think it's easy to fall into a deep depression. And I think that depression is something that is very prevalent in the modern world, except especially among our generation. People are expected to become everything that we can, right? People say,
Mm.
um, you can become what you want to be, but some things are just not meant to be. And when we realize that some things are written by Allah, we can have so much peace in the world. Sorry, we can have so much peace in our heart. Um, and this is why we need spirituality. This is why we need Islam, right? So we can be at peace with ourselves, not just with the world, right?
Yeah. Most importantly is be at peace with yourself first. I think it's just like you have to get yourself right first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
And
course, that's true.
yeah.
But so many people are at war with their own psyche, with their hearts, with their desires. There is no peace. And yeah, the fact that Islam means peace is very profound, in my opinion.
Yeah. Peace by submitting to the will of the Almighty. Just it's just yeah, it's Islam. That's why that's why any prophets who does that exact thing where we submit to the will of the Almighty to attain peace, and that itself is a Muslim. And somebody here saying that they're facing a problem and it has been affecting the person daily. Is there any ways that I can utilize so that Allah will grant me guidance and also that He will accept my dua?
I
Well,
think I'm not qualified, at least. I don't know if Brother Harold or Brother Ilyas, you want to go, but I'm not a teacher, so I'm not
yeah,
qualified to answer
neither
this.
neither am I. But I mean, from my humble opinion, I would say just if you're facing a problem and it's affecting you daily, they will always say read the Quran.
Mhm.
Yeah, because Allah speaks to mankind through the Quran.
Yeah,
And if you purify yourself, take a wudu, and be focused and look at and read the Quran and read the translation as well and reflect, I think it will help you find some answers. Yeah.
exactly.
But to get a better answer from this question, you should seek someone who has a lot of knowledge, like a scholar or an ustad. Yeah.
So before my conversion to Islam, I'm still looking for meaning in life. And I believe that every person goes through something like this. And some people find meaning in the worldly, some people find meaning in chasing wealth, some people find meaning in chasing relationships, having a family. And I think it's a noble goal, chasing a family. But sometimes people put their eggs in one basket. And I know that Chinese people, especially, are very susceptible to putting all their hopes for life into family, right? All I want in this life is to have a wife and a children and whatever. And I think many people are like this. And sometimes I've heard of stories about grown men, 40, 50 years old, completely breaking down after losing a child or losing his wife. And I think part of the reason is because they put all their hopes in this relationship. And when that relationship disappears, they have nothing left to live for, and this breaks them as a human. And I think that when we have Islam, when we have religion, that our hopes can never be broken because our hopes are eternal. But in some other aspect, it's almost like religious people are afraid to fully commit themselves to things that can pass away. I don't know if you've experienced this, or if you've seen this perspective, but I've seen it in Christian preachers or in Buddhist monks because they totally do not have a worldly life. They have a life that is wholly devoted to God, but to some people, this seems like cowardice, and this might be offensive. I don't know if you see it that way too.
There's a hadith actually. I can't
Mm.
quote the hadith, but the gist of it I remember. I think there's a man. There are two brothers. Okay, one who always goes up to the mountains and stays there and devote his life to Allah. He'll pray. He'll do everything. Another one who puts himself in society and goes through life. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, between these two men, the one who has the most love for Allah is the one who is in the society, because he is going through life's trials and tribulation while keeping to his faith,
Yeah,
his iman, and practicing, Islam.
right.
Compared to one who cuts off everything to focus on.
Right.
It's not wrong. It's not saying it's wrong. It's just the guy who is in society, who is facing it more, is going through bigger jihad, going through a bigger struggle.
Right.
Yeah. So he has actually more. He builds more iman that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about balancing. I say, like, you shouldn't be in life. You should always be moderate, balancing it. Yeah.
It's about balancing, right? Yeah, I in Buddhism there is a saying. It says that a lotus cannot grow from clean soil or cannot grow from clean water, and that is
Mm.
because lotus flowers usually grow from dirt and dung, right? So with this, they want to say that true enlightenment in Buddhism comes from being stuck into the world, knowing the ugly side of humanity, knowing sin, knowing pain, knowing suffering. And I think there's an essence of truth in this. And what you said, of course, this is what I said was from a Buddhist perspective, but I think it's important that we also can realize kernels of truth from ideologies that may not be wholly the truth, right? But to get back on topic is, yeah, what you said about balancing, it's not wrong to 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 cut yourself off from the world. But on the other hand, um, the prophet did not cut himself off from the world. And since he is our perfect example, should we not just follow in his footsteps? I'm just wondering what the benefit is of a monastic life. Um, I
Mm.
don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Um. And he didn't cut himself from the world so that he can reach out more to people. I guess one of his duties given by Allah is to spread Islam and to bring everyone into the understanding that he's the mercy given by Allah to the world, right? That's what is mentioned.
Yes.
So he has to reach out to the world. He can't be sitting down in the mountain and just do zikr all day. Yeah. Then then it will be a self journey, like a self enrichment. It doesn't enrich the world because nobody is there to share the knowledge that he's getting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see this. Um, and there is a debate among the Theravada Buddhists and the Mahayana Buddhists about whether one should focus his life on enlightening oneself. Because there are so many people in this world who have no opportunity to study, who cannot even read, who do not have access to the scriptures, and they cannot uh, reach enlightenment on their own. So the Mahayana school of Buddhism, they thought it is selfish to only try to enlighten oneself, and so therefore one must endeavor to save all of humanity. And this is the core tenet of Mahayana Buddhism. And I think this kind of thinking resonates with what you said, a mercy to the world. Prophet Muhammad our prophet is a mercy to the world. And, I'm not saying these Buddhist things to say, oh, Buddhism is good or whatever. I'm just trying to make clear for myself and perhaps Buddhists in the audience, well, why people should not cut themselves off from the world, right? But yeah, I'm wondering why Ilyas has been so silent. But, yeah.
We should not enjoy. We should only enjoy goodness and not bad. Even though we don't,
Yeah.
even though we don't cut ourselves from the world, we should only enjoy what is good and not what is bad. So, for example, you can be part of the world, but doesn't mean you must go and gamble, right?
Yeah.
Or you must go and do sinful things. Yeah, let's still be part of the world, but you still have
Exactly.
to, lead a good life. Yeah, sorry, Elias, you're about to say something.
Uh, Nothing much to say, but I would just maybe add some things that I think if we were to isolate ourselves from the world, right, like we cannot perform a lot of the sunnah acts that,
Yeah.
or or compulsory acts that we are supposed to, right? Like some, we are supposed to pray in congregation if we are able to,
Yeah.
right? We are supposed to go to Friday prayers. We're supposed to treat our neighbors well. We're supposed to, you know, so many things that involves the community, right? So, and we are supposed to greet people, like our fellow Muslim brothers, assalamu alaikum, when we see them on the street. So I think a lot of these things we won't be able to do if we are isolated from the world.
Yeah.
So I think being in the world, and all these sunnah acts, I think it all comes together, and like I believe, like there's a lot of I think there's a lot of deeper layer to this lah, but I don't have enough knowledge to explain in a deeper level. But I think this is from what I know for now lah. Inshallah, in the future, when I gain more knowledge, then I'll be able to explain in more details.
Let's all hope we gain more knowledge.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
All right. We have hit the 1 hour mark.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, I just
It's a
suddenly
shame
thought of
that.
something for
Sorry?
I just suddenly thought of something
Okay,
for
yeah.
like just now that I think the sister who was asking, right, like how can she solve a problem. I also don't have the answer. Okay, I think just make dua and your prayers, but I think just remember that Allah tests those who He loves the most, and
Yeah.
with with trial and errors, right, there comes better days ahead. Yeah, correct. So every trial is temporary, even if it's going to be very long, right, it will still end one day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The human experience is so interlinked with suffering and pain. It's almost as if it is a necessary part of us, and it's almost as if we cannot know ourselves if we do not know pain. And pain is so present in every part of in every human being, right? Even people who have it easy, even people who have everything in the world, money, wealth, family, even they go through unspeakable pain. And from perspective of others, we can say, oh, they're being so childish, they are so rich, why do they act like they're having pain? But actually everybody pain is so subjective, right? And for us, maybe someone who has all the money in the world cannot experience pain, but it's such, I don't know, there's so much different, there's so many different kinds of trials and tribulations that I think it's also difficult for us to really understand how others feel, and also difficult for us to give advice because of how different each of us are. And yeah, and I don't know how to respond to. I don't know if you struggle with this problem, but when people come to me with problems, I don't know how to do this. I have pain here. I'm suffering from this or that. I don't know how to respond because I don't know what they're going through. So all I can give is platitudes about suffering, and I don't think that helps anybody. But yeah, I hope I'm given more knowledge and guidance so I can help people like this. But I don't know if you ever felt helpless in front of somebody who's going through so much pain and suffering that you feel helpless, right?
Yeah, sometimes I do feel helpless when I have. And this is the thing about us, right? We are men, we are not God. So naturally, we have our limits. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And sometimes
All
it's
right.
necessary suffering, right? So okay, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. We although we want to continue talking, but but we should keep this to 1 hour.
One
Not
hour.
people
Yeah, yeah.
people get too tired from our talking.
We're too
Ne-
boring.
Yeah.
I think
I
there's a
hope
lot
we are
of
not
things
too
that we can talk
boring.
about on the eight
Yeah.
stream.
But that also gives us more space for future conversations, and we can do an hour every time. Yeah, we'll I think I will have a chat with brother Iskander and Ilyas on moving forward after Ramadan series, what we can do together. I think we can also invite Risa, and four of us can do something. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a female voice, man.
Yeah, we need a female voice.
And
Yes,
we need
Yeah,
exactly.
Doki,
yeah.
Doki. We need Doki, the bird.
Yeah. So we can become a podcast already. Where we exchange ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. It's a blessing to be on here again.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. A blessing to meet all of you and to even know you in my life, to cross path. Thank Allah for this blessing, and for everyone out there who are still on. Okay, let's hope we get Laila to Qadr, and let's continue our worship even after Ramadan, and to carry on the spirit of Ramadan even when it's over. Inshallah, we'll
Yes.
still have the next Ramadan to look forward to. Yeah.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Yep, inshallah. So I guess we'll see all of you soon. Hopefully in the next stream we'll be still wearing the same colored t-shirt.
Yeah, I wonder the Queen will wear what color. Okay, but tomorrow, guys, once again, we are sorry. Daud Kim wasn't able to make it today because he was, train ride issues. So he has promised us he will come tomorrow, inshallah.
Yep.
And yeah, this is not a clickbait. So I will change the title and the thumbnail uh, of three of us, me, Iskander, and Ilyas. And yeah,
Okay.
tune in tomorrow at 10:15 p.m. Singapore time to catch our conversation with Dawood Kim, inshallah.
Alright. See
I'll
all of
be
you
there too.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Brother Edison is tired. I think I asked him a few times. He's a new Muslim, so he said he needs to do a lot of things. So yeah, give him some time. Yeah. Okay. Inshallah. Thank you. Good night, guys. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Assalamualaikum.
wabarakatuh.
Good night.